More and more people are discovering the joy of rooftop gardening. It is a wonderful way to bring green into our towns and cities. Many of us live in flats or houses without big gardens. A rooftop can become your very own green space. It's a place to relax and connect with nature. Think of the possibilities. You can transform a bare roof into a blooming haven. This trend is growing because it offers so much. It is a chance to make something beautiful. Why has this idea become so popular, you might ask? Well, a rooftop garden offers a little escape. It brings life to concrete and brick. Imagine stepping out onto your roof surrounded by plants. You can grow your own flowers, herbs, or even vegetables. This is very rewarding. It also makes our cities look much nicer. A green roof helps the environment too. It can be a small patch of countryside right above your head. It is a truly satisfying hobby to take up. Before you rush out to buy plants, there are some important first thoughts. You must consider your roof. Is it strong enough to hold pots, soil, and plants? It is very important to check this. You might need to ask a professional. Safety is always the #1 thing. Can you get onto your roof easily and safely? Think about how you will carry things up and down. A little bit of planning now saves a lot of trouble later. This initial check is crucial for a successful garden. The planning stage itself can be a great pleasure. Sit down and imagine your garden. What do you dream of growing? Do you want bright flowers that attract bees and butterflies? Or perhaps you fancy growing fresh herbs for your kitchen? Maybe some simple vegetables like lettuce or tomatoes appeal to you. Sketch out your ideas. Think about where things will go. This is your space, so make it special for you. It is very exciting to plan your new green world. It's a creative process that begins the journey. Now let's think about assessing your actual rooftop space. Go up and have a good look around. How big is it really? Is the surface flat, or does it have a slope? This will affect where you can place your containers and what kind of design will work best. It's a good idea to measure the area carefully. Knowing the dimensions helps you plan what you can fit in. You can then decide how many pots you can have. Consider access points too for moving around. Sunlight is absolutely key for most plants. You need to observe your rooftop throughout the day. Notice where the sun falls and for how long. Some parts might get full sun all day. Other areas might be shaded by buildings or chimneys for part of the day. Many plants, especially vegetables and fruit, need at least 6 hours of direct sun. Knowing your sun patterns is crucial for choosing the right plants. This knowledge will guide your planting choices and help your garden thrive beautifully. Wind can be a real challenge on a rooftop. Rooftops are often more exposed than gardens on the ground. The wind can dry out your plants very quickly. It can also physically damage taller plants or even blow pots over. So, you need to think about providing some shelter. Perhaps you could use small trellis screens as windbreaks. Even grouping pots together can offer some mutual protection. Choosing sturdy, lower-growing plants can also help to combat the wind. This is an important consideration for a healthy garden. Access to water is another vital point to plan for. How will you get water to your plants? Is there an outdoor tap on or near the roof? Carrying heavy watering cans up several flights of stairs is hard work. It can quickly become a chore. If possible, try to arrange a hosepipe connection, or consider a rainwater harvesting system like a water butt. This is good for your plants and good for the environment. Easy watering will make looking after your garden much more enjoyable in the long run. Selecting the right plants is a very important step for a successful rooftop garden. You should choose plants that are happy in rooftop conditions. Think carefully about the amount of sun your roof gets. Consider how windy it might be. Plants that are tolerant of drought are often a very good choice. This is because pots can dry out quickly. Alpine plants, which are used to tough conditions, can also thrive. Herbs like rosemary, thyme, and lavender often do well. They are quite tough. You also need to consider the eventual size of your plants. It is best not to choose plants that will grow very large. Big plants need big pots and a lot of soil. Their roots can also become very extensive. You want to avoid any risk of damage to your roof structure. Smaller shrubs, many perennial flowers, herbs, and most vegetables are generally suitable. If you dream of trees, look for dwarf varieties. These are specially bred to stay small and manageable in containers. This keeps things safe. Lightweight, high-quality soil or compost is essential. Remember that soil is surprisingly heavy, especially when it is wet. You must use a special lightweight potting compost for your containers. You can buy bags of multi-purpose compost from a garden center. Sometimes mixing it with perlite or vermiculite is a good idea. These materials help to make the compost lighter and improve drainage. Never, ever use soil dug up from a garden on the ground. It is too heavy and may contain pests. Containers will be your plant's homes. There is a huge variety of pots and containers available. They come in all shapes, sizes, and materials. It is best to choose lightweight containers if possible. Materials like plastic, fiberglass, or resin are good options. Make absolutely sure that all your containers have good drainage holes at the bottom. This is vital. Without drainage, water will collect in the pot. This can cause the plant roots to rot and your plants will not survive. Good drainage is key. Watering your rooftop plants correctly is very important for their health. You will need to check them often, perhaps daily in hot weather. Rooftop gardens tend to dry out much more quickly than gardens at ground level. This is due to the sun and the wind. When the top inch or so of compost feels dry to the touch, it is time to water. Water thoroughly until you see water coming out of the drainage holes. Early morning is often the best time to water plants. Try to avoid wetting the leaves too much, as this can sometimes encourage diseases. Plants growing in pots will need regular feeding. The compost in the containers only has a limited amount of nutrients. As the plants grow, they use up these nutrients. So, you will need to replenish them. Use a good quality liquid plant food, or slow-release granules. Always follow the instructions on the packaging carefully. It is important not to overfeed your plants. This can be just as harmful as not feeding them at all. Choosing an organic feed is a good option for healthy plants and a healthy environment. General maintenance will keep your rooftop garden looking its best. Regularly check your plants for any signs of pests or diseases. Deal with any problems promptly. Remove any dead leaves or flowers. This is called deadheading, and it encourages more flowers to grow. Some plants might need a little pruning if they start to get too big or straggly. Keep your rooftop area tidy and free of clutter. This not only looks nicer but also makes it a more pleasant space for you to enjoy. A little care goes a long way. Finally, let us consider the wonderful benefits of your rooftop garden. It will be a beautiful space that brings you joy. It provides a little patch of fresh air right on your doorstep. You can grow your own delicious fresh food, herbs, salads, even tomatoes. Your garden will also help local wildlife. Bees, butterflies, and other insects will visit your flowers. Looking after plants is very therapeutic. It can make you feel happy and relaxed. And of course, more green spaces are good for our planet.